Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being patient and being an amazing audience. And of course, a very noisy audience. Thank you. Let's make some noise. Super excited as we celebrate Brazil as the country of honor. It is an exciting, platform, global platform to talk about what is the global cinema looks like. How does it look like for identity for women in general? The cross-section of identity and global cinema, we are excited to bring all this together with Ana Arrunda, the CEO of Set Cinema Brazil. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. What a delightful moment, yes. Well, we have people here all over the world, and this debate is a powerful moment. People, women from different continents, actually. And just to start, I wanted to invite Isabel ZUAA here to stay with us, please. Yes. Marianne BORGO. NORA ARMANI. Is she here? Yeah, great. And BARSHA. Yes, the goddess here. Thank you so much. Well, please, let's sit a little. Well, here we have this challenge to talk in 40 minutes about deepful and profound things. We are going to talk about a new era of identity, impact, and global cinema. And this complexity of stereotypes of women, cinema, and all these things, we have strong, powerful, and representative women here to share their experiences. And first, I'm Brazilian, so that's our accent. I hope you can understand.
Beautiful accent.
Oh,
love it.
We have a diverse.
Hello?
Yes. We say comme
All
ça.
accents is so sounds good.
Yes. Isabel, she will be here presenting on the secret agent, the moment that we have the first. Yeah, it's your first premiere, your first time here in Cannes. Yes. Yes. And her upcoming film marks a significant moment in her career as she brings new culture and personal narratives to the international stage. Actually, she's based in Portugal. She was going to talk about it and has this relationship in Brazil and African roots too. Marianne BORGO, c'est très connue, actrice ici en France. Ouais. And she has this focus on reshaping how identity, especially female identity, is presented in cinema, yes, with complex characters. And she can share with us about it, all the experience that you have already. Nora Armani. Yes, she's a awarding actor and filmmaker, founder of the socially relevant film festival in New York, based there. And you can share about this perspective also about making events that highlight talents too. Yes, please. And BARSHA. Yes, BARSHA. Yes, we're going to learn. Yes, thank you so much. Well, she's from the Monsoon films, an actress and a producer, and she's going to talk about this South Asian cinema perspective too. Yes. And well, to start here, I wanted to ask to Isabel about your experience between 4 countries. Yes, Guinea-Bissau, Angola, Brazil, and Portugal. And when we talk about diversity and representing, all this global cinema, tell me more about it.
Thank you, Anna. First of all, I feel so glad to be here and celebrate women and cinema in Cannes Festival. It's so beautiful. Sunshine here. I'm so happy.
Going to get a pen.
And yes, I'm an Afro-Portuguese artist. I live in between Portugal and Brazil since 2010. It's hard to live in between. It's not a romantic thing. And I work and engage with Spain across theater, performer, image, sound. And I use the language to shape by many cultural crossing, and from Portugal, Brazil, Angola, Guinea-Bissau, Cape Verde, Mozambique, and etc. Because I growing with a neighborhood with a African diaspora in Portugal, in the north of Lisbon. And for me, and I work in Italy too with the immigrant women. It's a hard thing, but it's very important to me. And this journey expand my perspective and the way I create, of course. And I believe identity is a movement, a living spiral of transformation. And through cinema, I see the powerful of to create image and space to celebrate this richness where diversity is not a challenge, but is a material of creation. And for me, is the thing I believe. The diversity is a material to create image and tell stories, different ones, and expanding our universe, imagetic.
Wonderful. And here, just we can talk later about the process behind the scenes, yes. And Marianne Borgo, if you can share with us the experiences with the movies that you participated.
You mean the experience of an old actress?
No, actually,
yes. I have to say the truth. I'm 78 years old, and when I was, thank you so much. When I was at the Conservatoire National d'Art Dramatique, we had a wonderful teacher, Jean-Laurent Cochet, and he used to say, "What is an actor?" So of course we were all dreaming to become a star, but there are very few stars. But he said an actor is someone who can turn into his past as an actor and say, I've lived from my craft. So if you earn your life through your period as an actor, you are an actor. So I must say thank you, because, okay, I'm not a star, but I earn my life very, very well between films, not so much, but lots of television, of dubbing, of commercials, of master classes that I was giving. So in spite of my age, I'm non-stop working, which is quite amazing. But of course not in France. Because in France, if you're not a big star like Catherine Deneuve at my age, you don't exist anymore. Especially, I had the courage, but at the same time, I didn't have the courage to do anything. So I've got my wrinkles. Maybe it's the reason I wear a bindi. Then people look at the diamonds in the middle of my wrinkles and don't see my wrinkles. Yes, to age as an actress, it's very, very difficult. And then you realize that the women are very strong because, of course, in private life, you had a lot of traumatic moments. But as an actress, it's even worse because we're always dreamers. And we still dream that we can play, the heroine, but we are not the heroine anymore. And most of the time, the parts they are giving us are very frustrating because our heart is still young. And unfortunately, we can't show it on the screen. But what is extraordinary, it's suddenly to pass on all the things you've been learning. Because obviously, I'll give you an example. I had just a very small part with Buñuel, and I learned, you know, his habits, and then I can tell to young directors, oh, you know, Buñuel was doing that, and so was doing that, and so was doing that. So to give you an example, at the moment, I'm helping a young director in India. His name is Ashish Shah. It's going to be his first feature film. Luckily, he found a producer, Manmohan, who is not really a producer, but he has the biggest film effects in Hyderabad. And in fact, he's finishing all the American films, you know, from Disney. But he has never made a film yet. And because this one is going to be mixed with feature film and, of course, intelligent artificial and special effects and all that, he's very happy suddenly. So I'm very, very proud now to help all these young directors. And but I have no frustration in India, because in India they say old is gold, which is absolutely amazing. So you exist as an old person. While unfortunately in France, and let's face it, in 3/4 of the world, as soon as a woman has wrinkles, she doesn't exist. So going to festivals and meeting all the young directors and helping also young women to make their films, because of course I've become a connecting point. I know so many people that I know how to connect people, and that really is maybe the best part of my life. Of course, my lover is a camera, and as soon as they give me a camera, I love you. But we are also lucky. What has Rupa done today is amazing, to have reunited all these incredible women from all over the world who are really working for make a better world, and that's fabulous. Voilà.
Thank you so much. Nora, if you can share with us about your festival.
Yes.
And also about telling stories of migration displacement. This space of festivals like to highlight talents also.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm an actor, first and foremost, even though it's been 12 years that I organize a film festival in New York, which I started, which is called the Socially Relevant Film Festival. And it's focused completely on social issue-oriented films. We don't show any violence, we don't show any explosions, special effects, things that don't make our lives any better in terms of a human interest story. So that's basically where we come from. And I kind of agree with Marianne about the fact that women, as we age, we become a bit invisible. But I don't agree with the fact that there are less parts for women, because it would be true if we are considering only the male narrative and only the male gaze. And that is what males dream about, the big blonde with the boobs and the ass and the, you know. So let's put the men aside for a second and let's just get together and tell our stories. Our stories will have so much depth, so much interest, so much information. And let's face it, the women who pay for the cinema tickets are us. We are the ones who are feeding, who are financing the film industry, not the men and not the big boobed blondes. Sorry about any big boobed blondes who might be here. So every wrinkle tells a story, and we need to get our wrinkles together and tell our stories the way we know how to tell best. And female filmmakers have always existed, but their ability to gain notoriety for their work has been an ongoing battle, because the film industry has been dominated by men, and they have the ones who have dictated the rules of the game. So what we need to do is change those rules of the game. And,
yes, please.
And as you say, money talks and bullshit walks. So we have to come with the money. We have to say, here's the money. I want this woman story to be told, directed by a woman, starring an older woman, and told a story as it is, not, you know, fantastic worlds and fantasies that don't correspond to everyday reality. And my film, it's not my film festival, it's the Socially Relevant Film Festival that I started 13 years ago, and we are soon going to do the 13th edition in March, has so far screened 795 films from 40 countries. And every year, invariably, we have at least 50%, if not more, women-oriented and women-directed films. And we don't go out and look for the women's films. We go out and look for the best films. And then when we look at the final selection, we see that it's 50-50, which means the talent is there. All we need to do is get our confidence together and talk about our own identities and our own stories as the way we know best how to tell, and steer away from the male gaze or the male narrative. So, yeah, it's here.
I agree.
Everybody is here.
Absolutely.
I agree.
We are all together.
So,
Yes.
there we go.
Straight to the point.
Yes, so that's what I have to say.
And we hope we are all together, even the men too. Yes, with that.
And
the good ones,
that's
yes.
why this type
Exactly.
of event is very, very important.
Essential.
And I thank the organizers for inviting and listening to us, because, you know, by this communication is what we are going to be able to change the way things are.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah.
And now we have a really interesting point of view of South Asian cinema. BARSHA is really well known there. Yes, so yes, let's say that. And if you can share with us your experience there and what's happening, and this kind of stereotype of thing, we know it happened. How do you deal with that?
Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everyone. I'm BARSHA from Bangladesh. I'm an actor and businesswoman and philanthropist. Beyond the screen, I'm channelized my creativity, passion, and vision into my business. And through my business, I aim to empower and create opportunities for the women. Also, I have been in alliance with few organizations as a volunteer, and I'm working on few projects of mine to on women empowerment. And actually, storytelling has a great influence regionally and globally. Media has power beyond entertainment. It shapes public opinion and gender norms. Authentic storytelling can empower and give the voice to vulnerable and marginalized people. I think authentic storytelling can spotlight marginalized communities within South Asia, such as Dalit and religious minorities' voices and etc. So when these stories reach a global platform, the expanded definition of what it means to be South Asian, it can challenge the stereotype present multidimensional identities. And yeah, you can connect with global audiences, not reducing your identity, but by deepening it, using emotions, resilience, and human connections such as common ground.
And thank you so much. And one thing about the next decade, like in a futuristic way, point of view, what do you think are the key factors driving this transformation? And how do you see the representation of identity evolving the next time? If you can start with us, Isabel, please.
Okay, just to complete. So it's crucial to bring in other perspectives to dissolve stereotypes and make room for a full multiplicity of women's experience. To me, identity is not fixed. It's movement, is layers, is relationship. And as more women, especially for diverse backgrounds, take authorship of their narratives, and cinema gains a new language, a new rhythms, and different truths. I imagine this future will be shaped by voices that challenge, dominate narratives, and bring to the screen other ways of existence, feelings, and imagine another future. To conclude.
And Marianne, about you already told us before about India,
Yes.
your experience, how to engage.
I mean, this morning at the opening session, I said Om Shanti, which is amour et paix. And now that we are not two genders anymore, but we are three, we have really to just forget about the fashion, about how we look and all that. Just be true and become all more spiritual, because the planet is now in a desperate state, and it's only through your souls and through your love that we are going to make the new cinema. No competition, just love. Love, love, and love.
I want just to, I want to see characters who are multidimensional, complex, and no longer need to be explained, justified within read normers.
Yes, exactly. And well, Nora.
Yeah, I guess I already said a little bit about women telling our own stories. And I want to say something about identity. Identity is the result of our upbringing, our society around us, the beliefs and thoughts that are fed to us since we were children, and that's what we end up becoming, believing. So if we just keep going with that, what has been fed into us, then we will keep repeating the same pattern. So we need to come out of that. And like you say, identities shift. And we can make our own identity the way we want the world to see us, and tell those stories that we want the world to hear about us, without feeling, oh no, I can't say that. I'm a woman, I should be quiet, I should sit in my corner. No, who says so? You know? So let's just open the field and tell our own stories the way we want to tell them.
And one curiosity about the films that you selected.
I'm sorry?
No, about New York, the festival.
Oh, yes, yes.
Do you have this international community?
Absolutely.
We have these.
Please submit. If you have films for our next edition, submissions are open now, and I'll be happy to, through the World Woman Foundation network, offer you a special discount code so you get to submit at a discount. And we want to receive more women films and women stories. And by doing that, by perpetuating that platform, or the possibilities of hearing our stories, is what we are going to be able to do to change the world. I mean, the cinema world, not the whole world. That's very difficult.
Yes,
No, the cinema can change the world, not the
Absolutely.
politics.
Exactly.
So we are all here to change the world. Please, write.
Right.
Make films.
Through cinema, we can change the world. You're right.
Yes, and we are like the Festival of Cannes is going to complete 80 years, and we are in 2025 and discussing about it all the time. But we made some advance for sure.
Totally.
Yes, that's good to see. And here, Barsha, yes, if you can tell us, yes, please.
It's interesting. South Asian cinema industries are expanding the horizons. It's challenging gender norms and bridging global and local audiences. One of my upcoming movies is based on women political leader named Netri the Leader. So women are not only playing ornamental characters anymore. So women actors also, playing as lead characters and from different culture background, bringing the different perspective. For example, the Priyanka Chopra, she played a lead role, The Sky is Pink, and the Shushmita Sen, Thalia transgender. So I'm proud of South Asian actor. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to attend here.
And just one curiosity, is the first time for you in Cannes? Yes.
For me, yes.
Do you?
Second times. Yeah, second times.
Well,
My 48 times. I think one day they are going to give me the Palme d'Or for still being here.
Well, she wins. I've been coming since 1997, and I've had a film that was in the official selection in Un Certain Regard that I was co-producer on a long time ago, so I'm very proud of that. But the last few years, obviously because of COVID and all that, there was an interruption, and now I'm back, so I'm very happy to be here.
So I can't stop this session because you ask how many times I came. But in fact, my uncle, his name was Roger Veil-Lorac. I'm a Catholic, but he was Jewish. And he was just coming back with a minister, Jean Jay and Fabre Lebray, before the war. And they were in the train coming from Venice. And because they were afraid of what was happening, the Mussolini and Hitler and all that, in the train they said, we have to start an apolitical festival. And it's where they decided to do it, but one of them had a house in Biarritz, and it was Fabre Lebray, he wanted to do it in Biarritz. But my uncle had a house in Cannes, and he said, no, we are going to do it in Cannes. And it happens, when they said the festival is 78 years old, it's not true. It's 79, because there was one edition before the war. So it's also the reason I love this festival so much, because when I say I came 48 times as an actress, but when I was a child, I was in the corridor of the Majestic with my uncle and my aunt. So Cannes is extraordinary. And you had all the most beautiful stories that has happened here and are still happening. The festival has become slightly now political. It was not before. But we have to follow the waves. And congratulations, because I think for that I'm proud to be French. Thank you so much.
And congratulations, Rupa. Thank you so much for inviting us.
Thank you so much, Rupa, for inviting us. It's really been amazing. And also to meet everyone.
Amazing job, Rupa.
Rupa, and please.
Thank you,
No, thank you for inviting me, and thank you to Alice, who's been coordinating all of us, and really, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Rupa, big applause for Rupa and her team, please.
Yes, you can't do anything without a team. I know that from my film festival. So the team is really important.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have a long time, yes.
No.
0 minutes.
It's 0 minutes. 0 minute has been for already 10 minutes.
After we have this break time now to talk more.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup.
Merci.